Good evening everyone, and welcome to Stanley Town Council Finance and General Purposes Committee meeting. This meeting is taking place on Tuesday the 8th of November 2022 at 6 p.m. at the Stanley City Hall and is live streamed to YouTube. It will be available for a minimum of 6 months. Please be aware footage from meetings can be used in media broadcasts. I'm Gordon Binney, Chair of the Finance and General Purpose Committee, and would like to extend a warm welcome to the members, to officers, members of the public and media who are watching this live stream. We'll take the first item on the agenda, which is apologies for absence. Do I have any apologies? Sorry.
Can I put apologies in for Councillor Joe McMahon, please?
Chair, we also have apologies from Councillors James Kane and Councillor Christine Bell.
Are the members happy to receive the apologies? Move on to item 2, which is declarations of interest. Do any members have any declarations of interest in relation to any item on this evening's agenda? No. So we'll move on to item 3, which is any announcements from the Chair and the Town Clerk. Please, yet again, I haven't any announcements to make.
Chair, I have just the one announcement. I'd like to welcome Vanessa to Stanley Town Council. Vanessa was successful following her recruitment as an events and admin officer.
Welcome, Vanessa. Item 4, public participation. Do we have any this evening? We move on to item 5, which is the confirmation of the minutes, to approve that the correct record and sign the minutes for Finance and General Purpose Committee held on the 11th of October. Attachment A. The members happy that it's an accurate record?
Moved and seconded.
Moved and seconded. Do we have a seconder?
I'll second.
Second. Move on to item 6, accounts payable and bank reconciliation. The members are asked to consider the information in the attachments B, C and D and to note the bank reconciliations for October. And first of all, initially, members happy to do that? Do you want to pause and second for that?
I'll pause that, Chair.
I'll second that, Chair. And another item on that is item 3, which is to discuss and approve the timings of the financial information being prepared in time for the agenda being issued. Do you want to say anything on that?
Chair, this is something that keeps coming up. Obviously, when I commenced my employment, we were quite far behind in relation to the financial information that was being presented to you at each council meeting. This was simply capacity within the team, and often how the agenda is required to be served upon yourselves, depending on how that period of time and when the end of the month is. The finance team do need approximately 4 to 5 days to bring all of that information together, which means, depending on where the Finance and General Purpose meeting falls in that month, being the second Tuesday of every month, and the papers need to be going out a week beforehand, we are sometimes missing that financial information to get the agenda out on time. So there are two options really. You either accept that the financial papers will follow within a couple of days of that agenda going out, or we look to change the date of the meeting. You do need 3 clear working days of the meeting, so we do have a day or so to play with. But I suppose it is something that, maybe you would like to discuss or have a think about it, because what we don't want to do is fall behind. None of the team want to fall behind the way it was previously. It's always best, and I know it's an option that you do prefer, that you get the financial information for the month that you're actually so it is only a month behind. So I'll, Chair, if it's all right, to open the floor for any discussion.
Any comments from members?
I do just think the best way for you to do it. You were the ones that's going to sort it out. You just did what we need to know.
I mean, I'm happy if everybody's happy to receive the finance information maybe a day after the agenda goes out. I'm quite happy to try and get it done for that month.
Yes, Councillor.
I don't think a day makes a lot of difference one way or the other.
I mean, by the time we meet, the paperwork's all done and dusted. But obviously I appreciate that you need time as well to look through it. It just depends how much time you need it in advance.
So are we happy to proceed that way? Because basically I think this will occur only on 1 or 2 occasions where there's not like a 7 or 8 day gap between as has happened this time. So it delayed a day, but we got the information relevant.
Sorry, it's the second Tuesday and the third and the fourth Tuesday
Yes.
that we do council meetings.
Yeah. So for example, one of them there was like 9 days between. In this particular case, there was only 4 days between.
Just having
This way it falls. So as I say, the choice is if we do what we did this time, which means you get it a day later, but we've got it and it's live. Because remember last time I think we were 2 months behind, which was a problem. So,
It won't happen every month. It's just there are periods where it will happen, and you know Anne works hard. She makes it a priority to get it out as soon as we can.
so our members will keep to proceed as we did.
So just for my clarification, we would receive the agenda as normal,
Yes,
and then the papers would follow hopefully a day,
A
2
day,
days
yes.
at the most.
yeah,
So you would still have, say, from the Thursday to the Tuesday.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yes.
to look at the papers.
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
And as pointed out, Councillor Clark, it will only be the odd occasion through the year where
No,
you don't
yeah,
have
that's
you
absolutely
don't have
fine, and it's
yeah.
just on the occasion that it does, that we'll get our agenda just as normal with anything that may
Yes.
well be on it, and then those 2 papers will follow, or 3
Yeah.
papers will follow.
Okay, so members happy to accept that?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Excellent, thank you.
Move on to item 7, which is the Local Government Pay Award 22-23, attachment E. Members are asked to note the report. Has anyone got any comments on the report? No? So are members happy to note it?
Nothing at all.
Right, we'll move on to item 8, which is an update for the building working group. So there's a verbal report from the town clerk.
This will just be a very quick update because obviously we're going to have further discussions in a workshop after this meeting. I met with Susan Robinson from DCC in one of her offices yesterday. Councillor Jeanette Stevenson was in attendance at that meeting. She asked to be in attendance. So she was. What I will say, they had a really good look around the building. We had a lot of conversation. I led the conversation. Didn't really get the answers we would possibly want, but they made it very clear there will be no financial input from Durham County Council in relation to the building. And that's the main update, really.
Anyone got any comments? We're happy to receive the report. Maybe it's not what the outcome, but it's we're happy to receive it. Okay. Move on to the next item, which is item 9, which is date and time and venue for the next meeting, which is Tuesday the 13th of December 2022, 6:30 p.m. at the Stanley Civic Hall. Okay.
Can I put my apologies in for that one, Chair?
and mine, and,
Just realised.
and Sam's, and Joe's.
Yeah.
Could I ask you all to email me, please?
We can always do a sort of a digital version for the holiday restaurant or whatever, where you get a whole lot.